far away, waving banners in our marching days. Montgomery, Vietnam, civil rights down in Birmingham. Tell the truth, I just walked in line, just cause it just wasn't mine. I didn't know what else to do, cause you were marching to a different tune. And where you now, sweet Marie? Late at night we drop that needle down, watch the record spinning around. Absolutely sweet Marie, always thought you would wait for me, just lying there in the midnight hour, cigarettes and a dying fire. With your eyes, I thought you would stay a true friend of mine. But where you now, sweet Marie? You said to live outside the law, you must be honest, you must be poor. You said I was insincere, had no beliefs, just a thin veneer. Still I waited for you, though you hated me, though we never could quite agree. I tried to tell you, you just wouldn't hear. I was insecure, I wasn't insincere. Long ago, far away, revolution was all the rage. Stand up tall, fight the fight, save the world and do what's right. I guess it's just the way you just had to know. I couldn't wait, couldn't pledge my time, so you went your way and I went mine. And where you now, sweet Marie? Where you now, babe? Where you now, my love? Where you now, sweet Marie?
Very nice.
Super, super duper. So it's Gwyneth, and then I'm going to squeeze the racker between you, and then Tamsin's going to sing us a song. Okay? That's the plan.
Right, well, hopefully. I'm going to do Hi Germany. It's the song I first, and probably the version I first learnt in singing together at school. Oh, Polly, love, oh, Polly, the rout has just begun, and we must march away at the beating of the drum. Go dress yourself all in your best and come along with me. I'll take you to the crew in High Germany. Oh, Billy, dearest Billy, now mind what you do say. My feet, they are so tender, I cannot move away. Besides, my dearest Billy, I am with child by thee, not fit fighted for the war, my love, in High Germany. Oh, Polly, love, oh, Polly, I love you very well. There are few in any place my Polly can't excel. And when your baby's born, love, and sits smiling on your knee, you will think of your Billy that's in High Germany. Oh, cursed be the cruise that ever they began, for they have pressed my belly, and many a clever man, for they have pressed my belly, and all my brothers three, and sent them to the cruel war in High Germany. Thanks.
Excellent. Now swinging across to check on the state of the Arsenal dinosaur. It's Raka time.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, good. I'm in Ireland, but luckily I have an English alter ego. I have no ego myself at all, but he has an alter one, or he is an alter one, and his name is Billy Brassic, and he does things that are subjects that are too delicate and precarious for me to dare to broach, like monarchy and toilets and things like that. So I leave that kind of thing to him. So this is him on on the subject of well-being. This is a kind of TED talk, but a bit shorter. For me, well-being has got a lot to do with peeing, and what to do when you need a loo like any human being. Since the British public convenience got thought to be inconvenient, and ignoring what went on in there got thought to be over lenient, since then the late night streets are crammed with desperate men, craving by and large not each other, but crying, pardon my French, où sont les pissoirs? Where can I dip my pen? Bursting for a leak and up the creek, surely I'm not unique, hobbling oddly with a thwarted gait, gasping to get there, but where? Before too late, knees knotted, groin garroted, what to do? You're turning blue. Things have come to a pretty pass, and you start to regret that parting glass you drained into the dregs. Now all you ask is a thermos flask or full of lead. WC's for well-being, that's what Britain needs. Beaming bowls, steaming stalls, and tall cylindrical urinals. Whatever your politics, blue or red, remember what this voter said. A loo for me and a loo for you, and two for queuing ladies too. We switch our vote like that, hey presto, when you pledge new loos in your manifesto. Copyright Billy Brassic.
Hey.
Fabulous. Now, Tamsin, we're swinging the camera round or move the chair. Right.
Hi, this is Way Haul Away Joe.
Okay, Tamsin, take it away. I'm in mute.
When I was a little lad or so, my mother told me, way all away, a haul away, Joe. If I didn't kiss the girls, me lips would grow all mouldy. Way all the way, Joe. Way all the way, the good ship is a boarding. Way all the way, Joe. Way all the way, the sheet is now unfolding. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. But then he got his head cut off, which spoiled his constitution. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. Way all the way, we'll haul for better weather. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. Way all the way, we'll haul away together. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. The cook is in the galley, boys, making duff so handy. Way all the way, Joe. The captain's in his cabin, lads, a-drinking wine and brandy. Way all the way, Joe. Way all the way, I'll sing to you with Nancy. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. Way all the way, she's just my cotton fancy. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. You call yourself a second mate, but cannot tie a bowline. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. You cannot even stand up straight when the packet sheaves are rolling. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. Way all the way, the black clouds are a-gathering. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe. Way all the way, the storm clouds are arising. Way all the way, we'll haul away, Joe.
Fabulous. Now, what have I said next? It's Peter and Maggie, is it? I think, in my wonderful order of things.
That's what you said.
Yeah. Peter and Maggie, what are you going to do? Are you going to unmute yourselves so we can find out what you find out?
It's the Billy Brassic effect.
Yeah, it's a Billy Brassic effect. Maggie's had to take a little run through the kitchen to the smallest room.
Well, I'm going to look for my beer because while you play, Pete. But I shall listen.
I got inspired by somebody at Sharps on Tuesday. Did the Irish version of this song. It's a very annoying song because there are three distinct versions: the English, the Scottish, and the Irish, and they each have different titles owing to they have different first lines. And then the English and Scottish songs have each had another song written to the same tune as them. So, isn't it confusing? I'm right at the wrong season for this because this is the week before Easter. Now the week before Easter, a morn bright and clear, and the sun, it shone brightly and clean blew the air. I went to the forest to gather fine flowers, but the forest would yield me no roses. Now the roses, they are red, my love, and the leaves, they are green. All the bushes and briars are a pleasure to be seen, while the small birds are singing and changing their notes down among the wild beasts of the forest. Now the first time I saw my love was to the church go. Oh, the bride and the bridesmaids, they made a fine show. And I hurried after, my heart full of woe, for to see my love wed to another. Now the parson that married them, how loud he did cry, all you who'd forbid it, I'd have you draw nigh. And thought I to myself, I'd a good reason why, but I had not the heart to forbid it. And I saw my love in the church stand, a gold ring on her finger, white gloves in her hand. And thought I to myself, why, I could have been that man, though I'd never once mentioned to have her. And I saw my love sit down and dine, and I sat down beside her, and I poured out the wine. And I drank to the lassie that should have been mine, but now she is wed to another. And the last time I saw my love, she was dressed all in white, made my eyes run and water, fair dazzled by sight. So I picked up my hat and I bid her good night. Here's adieu to all false-hearted true loves. All the ladies and the gentlemen, they're all asking me, how many strawberries grow in the salt sea? Thought I to myself, now the ladies and the gentlemen, they're all asking me, how many strawberries grow in the salt sea? And I'll ask them back with a tear in my eye, how many tall ships in the forest? So dig me a grave, dig it long, wide and deep, and strew it all over with roses so sweet. And I'll lay me down there to take a long sleep, and that's the best way to forget her.
Now, is Maggie going to sing a song, or?
If I may.
Yeah, you go next, and I'll swap the order around so it's Terry after Maggie, and then it's Wendy after Terry.
If it's not cheating, I'm going to ask him to help me out.
No,
That's allowed.
Okay, thank you. For a bit of great war misery. I need to look at the photo. Yeah? He ekes his pension out of the books. The geezer's older than he looks. For 86 he's doing well. I bet he's got some tales to tell. They say that you were there at Ypres. Spare a story for us to keep. Tell us about it, please, old Bill. What did you see? Did you run? Did you kill? The tide sweeps and out to the sea, and time will do for you and me. We must be mad to want to know It wasn't a bloody picture show. There was mud, and mud was everywhere. Mud in your clothes, and your food, and your hair. We was cold and scared and hungry too. Is that a good enough story for you? The tide sweeps sand out to the sea, and time will do for you and me. We was lousy as cuckoos, everyone, every bloomin' mother's son. Some of the lads, they scratched so sore they got disease from the fleas instead of the whores. We knew we could go, we knew the score. What a hell of a way to die in a war. The tide sweeps sand out to the sea, and time will do for you and me. It was the horses I felt sorry for. They never signed up for no bloody war. They put wooden boards down in the muck for them to climb out of it when they was stuck. Some of them got shot and some lads did too. When your number's up, it's time for you. The tide sweeps sand out to the sea, and time will do for you and me. Well, the Salvation Army takes the brunt from jokers now, but they was there at the front with coffee and donuts for the lads. That's what you remember when times was so bad. Coffee and donuts from the Sally Ann meant a lot to a cold young man. The tide sweeps sand out to the sea, and time will do for you and me. Old Bill is gone, he's taken his story. He and the horses wear wings and glory. They'll rise like Pegasus from the mire to coffee and donuts, not blood and fire. They'll rise like Pegasus from the mire to coffee and donuts, not blood and fire. The tide sweeps sand out to the sea, and time will do for you and me.
Great, Maggie.
Apologies, Maggie, I hadn't realised I'd forgotten to mute myself there. And I didn't expect the phone to ring either.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody expects the phone.
No.
Well, now, over to Terry.
Yourself, Sheila. I didn't know who it was.
Right.
Yes.
I ought to own up.
Okay. Good evening, Terry. Roger's disappeared.
I've just had a phone call from Roger. I'm afraid that's why I had to leave a little way through the last but one song. He rang to say he's having trouble with his internet, and he's kind of he's going to try, but at the moment he's just going to have a cup of tea and sit down and gather his thoughts.
We'll see him when we see him, I think.
You will.
Okay, I'm into music.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you. So, here's a little song. Moonlight, wouldn't you like to shine on me? Keep me company tonight. A starlight, I'll never be lonely. Moonlight, you are my only guide tonight. On my way home. Well, hey mister, is this right? I'm trying to find a place I know. I left her waiting here a long, long time ago. Moonlight, maybe you'll light my way tonight. I'm going home tonight to the one I love.
sister, won't you follow me down? I know I left it way too long. Well, somewhere I know she's there, whether I'm right or wrong. Moonlight, let's call it a day tonight, 'cause I'm on my way tonight to the one I love. One I love. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Wonderful.
There we are. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Now, when you've moved.
I know. Okay.
Right. Okay. So, Wendy. I'm sure I've written an order here. I think it's Amanda after Wendy. I think. Yeah. And then it's Tony, and then it's Nick. Yeah. Okay.
That was so good, Terry. Thank you. This is a Pogue song. Apologies to people who've heard me sing it recently. I've been loving you a long time, down all the years, down all the days, and I've cried for all your troubles, smiled at your funny little ways. We watched our friends grow up together, and we watched them as they fell. Some of them fell into heaven, some of them fell into hell, fell into hell. I took shelter from a shower, and I stepped into your arms on a rainy night in Soho. The wind was whistling all its charms. I sang you all my sorrows. You told me all your joys. Whatever happened to that old song? To all those little girls and boys, little girls and boys. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, the ginger lady by my bed, covered in a cloak of silence. I'd hear you talking in my head. I'm not singing for the future. I'm not dreaming of the past. I'm not talking of the first times. I never think about the last. Think about the last. Well, now this song is nearly over. We may never find out what it means. Still there's a light I hold before me. You are the measure of my dreams, the measure of my dreams. Excuse me, sorry.
Super duper stuff. Excellent. Amanda next.
Hello, hi everybody. I haven't been here for ages, so very nice to see you all. So very excitingly, my nephew is getting married tomorrow, and so this is a song about love, love of a man for a woman. I've been singing it quite a lot recently, and yeah, it's just a nice song with a chorus for you to join in with too. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. I'll lay you down, love, I'll fill your can. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. For surely he is an honest man. As I walked out one midsummer's morning to view the water and the pleasant strand, as I was walking, I heard them talking, saying, surely he is an honest man. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. I'll lay you down, love, I'll fill your can. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. For surely he is an honest man. I had travelled far frae Inverary, aye, and doon as far as Edinburgh town, and I mun go and travel further, but when I come back I will lay you down. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. I'll lay you down, love, I'll fill your can. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. For surely he is an honest man. I'm bound away, my love, to leave ye, to cross the hills and the foreign strand. But when I return, then we'll be married, and to you I'll prove an honest man. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. I'll lay you down, love, I'll fill your can. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. For surely he is an honest man. I've nae gold nor gear to gie ye, nae silver rings for your bonny hands, but my heart is true, and my arms are strong, love, and for you I'll work like an honest man. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. I'll lay you down, love, I'll fill your can. I'll lay you down, love, I'll treat you decent. For surely he is an honest man. For surely he is an honest man.
Now, let's give Tony a sound check. Would you like to testing 1 2 3, Tony? No, can't hear. Unmute, yeah.
Still muted. Right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, good.
Good God. Right. Right, Sheila, you're not still unmuted.
I was just about to do.
Right, okay. Right. This is Scarborough Fair, but not the tune you know. I got the tune, decades ago. I borrowed this record from a library, and it was sort of, when I say old ladies, they're probably my age, for cripe's sake, Appalachian ladies. And instead of parsley, they got savoury, because maybe they didn't grow parsley. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Savoury sage, rosemary and thyme. Oh God, I can't read my own writing. Oh Lord, I'm going to start again. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Savoury sage, rosemary and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there, and then she will be a true love of mine. Tell her to make me a cambric shirt, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, without any seam or fine needlework, and then she will be a true love of mine. Tell her to wash it in yonder dry well, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, where water ne'er sprung, nor drop of rain fell, and then she will be a true love of mine. Tell her to dry it in yonder thorn, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, which never bore blossom since Adam was born, and then she will be a true love of mine. Well, will you find me an acre of land, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, between the between the
It's usually salt water and the sea strand.
Right, between the foam and the sea strand, and then she will be a true love, and then you will be a true love of mine. Will you plough it with a lamb's thorn, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, and mow it all over with one peppercorn, and then you will be a true love of mine. Will you, will you reap it with a sickle of leather, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, and tie it all up with a peacock's feather, and then you will be a true love of mine. Well, when you've done and finished your work, savoury sage, rosemary and thyme, then come to me for your cambric shirt, and then you will be a true love of mine. Sorry, I'm going to need a brighter light.
So Nick, are you going to sing us a song? If you come off mute, you are. Yeah. Yeah. Say something. You're a bit quiet. You're having the internet problems as well. Can't hear you. Can you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. That's annoying, but never mind. That's not quite as good a mic. This is a Richard Thompson song, but I learnt it from Elvis Costello. This cruel country has driven me down. Tease me and lied, tease me and lied. Only sad stories to tell to this town. My dreams have withered and died. Once I was bending the tops of the trees, kind words in my ear, kind faces to see. Then I struck up with a girl from the west, played run and hide, played run and hide, count 1 to 10, and she'd gone like the rest. My dreams have withered and died. Silver moons sail up and silver moons shine on the waters so wide, waters so wide, steal from the bed of some good friend of mine. My dreams have withered and died. If I were a butterfly and lived for a day, I could be free, just blowing away. This cruel country has driven me down, teased me and lied, tease me and lied. I've only sad stories to tell to this town. My dreams have withered and died. My dreams have withered and died.
Yeah, haven't heard that for ages.
And Sheila now, I think.
Yes, I just changed my mind about this. I haven't. This is a song by Mick Ryan, which I used to sing quite a lot, but haven't sung for ages.
Normally your screen falls over at this point.
Not normally, once. Don't exaggerate. Haven't sung it for ages, but something put it into my head yesterday, so I think I remember it. It has a chorus, which I'm sure a lot of you know. Oh, he wrote this after reading the Height report. Oh, and that's what it was. She died not long ago, didn't she? Anyway. High upon a lonely moor, a widow lived alone. A ruin she kept, and as she slept, the pillow heard her moan. Oh, many is the traveller has spent the night with me, but there's not a man in all creation gives content to me. For some can manage once or twice, and some make 3 or 4, but it seems to me a rarity is the man who can do more. I'd do anything to find him in heaven or in hell. And as these words were spoken, she heard the front door bell. And the wind blew cold and the wind blew cold and lonely all across that widow's moor. And she never ever turned away a traveller from the door. Well, boldly the widow ran down the stair, and the door she opened wide. And as she did, a tall and handsome stranger stepped inside. She gave him bread and brandy, and after he was fed, he said, "Me dear, now have no fear, it's time to go to bed. For I heard you call away down below, and I come to see you right. But you must come to hell with me if I can last the night." She said, "You horny devil, to this bargain I'll agree, For hell on earth or hell in hell, it's all the same to me. And the wind blew cold and lonely all across that widow's moor, and she never ever turned away a traveller from the door. Well, the devil and the widow, they went to bed, and the devil was working well, and he thought before the night was through that she'd be his in hell. But when they got to number 9, the widow cried encore, and when the 12th time came around, she simply called for more. At 25, the devil felt obliged to take a rest, but the widow, she said, "Come, raise your head and put me to the test." At 69, the widow cried. At 69, the widow laughed. Again she cried. And the devil, he said, "Well, I can see just how your husband died." And the wind blew cold and lonely all across that widow's moor, and she never ever turned away a traveller from the door. At 99, the devil, he began to curse and weep, and he said, "I'll give you anything, but let me go to sleep." Before the morning light was up, the devil hobbled home, and the widow, still not satisfied, once more was left alone. Well, she lay there and she grumbled as she thought of 99. If only that old devil could have made it one last time. I'll call him up again tonight and see what can be done. With a bit more application he could make it to the ton. And the wind blew cold and lonely all across that widow's moor, and she never ever turned away a traveller from the door. But when she called on him that night, no devil did appear. For the first time in eternity, the old devil, he shook with fear. He said, "For all the pain and torment I've witnessed here in hell, I never knew what pain was till I rang her front door bell." And the wind blew cold and lonely all across that widow's moor, and she never ever turned away a traveller from the door. And as I sang those last few lines, I realised what had actually put that into my head again. I've been watching repeats of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and one of the characters used a very similar line. I've forgotten how much I liked it when it was on originally.
Yeah.
Now we'll switch over to Chris Lamb, who will see whether you're in a stuttering internet mode or not tonight.
Well, it doesn't seem to be too bad tonight.
Okay, well, we better get you singing quick then. So after you, I think everyone on the screens had a song, so I think it's back to me, and then we'll go Carol and then Riggy. So after that, so okay, Chris, take it away.
Okay, well, a fortnight today, there will be the usual gathering in Russell Square, a memorial gathering for Ewan MacColl. It's the anniversary of his death. And that'll be in the midday before the next Islington session here. And James Eagle has, as many of you already know, started a crowdfunder to install a memorial bench for Ewan MacColl beside the tree which is planted in his name. I'll put the detail. I promised him I'd mention the details here, so that I'll put them in the chat. This is a short Ewan MacColl song. School days over. Come on then, John. Time you was putting your pit boots on. On with your sock and moleskin trousers, time you was on your way. Time you was learning the pitman's job and earning a pitman's pay. Come on then, Jim, it's time to go. Time you was working down below. Time to be handling a pick and shovel. You start at the pit today. Time you was learning a collier's job and earning a collier's pay. Come on then, die. It's almost light. Time you was off to the anthracite. The morning mist is on the valley. It's time you was on your way. Time you was learning the miner's job and earning a miner's pay.
And I think Nick was giving a check, which I think is a picture of Hugh and McCall, or sort of his bench or the tree.
Yeah, it's the copy of the current Folk London.
Yeah,
which I have 10 of, which I will send to anybody who sends me their address in the chat. Roger, I'll post yours through the door.
Okie dokie. Right, this song I've sort of been researching in the last few weeks. I first learnt it off CD of songs that influenced Bob Dylan, when it was a catchy sort of song, but I couldn't make a lot of sense of it. And then I started sort of researching it and found out there's something like 22 verses, and some of them make sense and some of them don't. But basically it involves a criminal who used to shoot up railway trains called Railroad Bill. And naturally his name was really Morris Slater, so it wasn't Railroad Bill at all. But sort of, and lots of the songs seem to involve a lot of chicken at the end. It seems as though you have to have a few rubbish verses in the end to get the thing going. So I've kept a lot of the facts in there to try and keep it going, and got the best bits that I like in it, which is the way I like to do these things. Railroad Bill, he never worked and he never will, and it's right. Waiting in the dark, standing in the rain, on the L&N line comes a long freight train, and it's right. He's got a 38 special on a 45 frame, knows he can't miss cause he's got dead aim, and it's right. Railroad Bill's a mighty mean man, shot the midnight light out of the brakeman's hand, and it's right. Railroad Bill's a coming home soon, killed Macmillan by the light of the moon, and it's right. Railroad Bill, he ain't all bad, whipped his mama and shot his dad, and it's right. Cook me a chicken, throw me a wing, think I ain't working, ain't doing a thing, and it's right. Railroad Bill, he never worked and he never will, and it's right. Woo.
Yay.
And the other exciting thing for me is that I found out in my research that Riley Puckett recorded it.
And
So
With or without the Union Gap? Well, that was
No,
Gary
no,
Puckett.
no, no.
That was
Riley
Gary
Puckett
Puckett.
was
So that was Gary.
one of the what's it? The skin. Yeah, there was a mega band that did lots of tunes that Ken Hall sings.
Skillet Lickers.
Skit Lickers, and he was the guitarist with it. He's the blind guitarist with it, and he's got lots of sort of solo stuff. I found out. I must admit, I prefer my version to his, but there you go. Can't get it all right. Okay, so over to Carol.
Okay, I'll just get my notes.
Okay, yeah. Ah. No. I think it's quite exciting when you actually find a song that you like, but there's bits you don't like, but there's loads of verses, so you can get your felt tip pen out and cross half of them out and grab the ones you like, and then rewrite the ones you don't like as well. Very good. Okay, over to Carol.
An old favourite because I haven't done much singing lately, so okay. It's pleasant in winter to sit by the hearth, listening to the dogs as they howl and they bark. For summer to wander the wide valleys through, picking wild flowers in the May morning dew. Oh, summer is coming, oh, summer is here, and the leaves on the trees and the sky bright and clear, and the birds are all singing so sweet and so true, as I wander through the meadows in the May morning dew. How I long for my old folks who are now dead and gone. Oh, so my brothers, young Dennis and John, as they run through the meadows, the wild fare to pursue. There's nothing left now but the flowers and the May morning dew. And the house I was born in is a stone upon stone, and all o'er the garden the thorns they have grown, and all my kind neighbours that ever I knew, like the red rose they have vanished in the May morning dew. How pleasant in winter to sit by the hearth, listening to the dogs as they howl and they bark. Oh, summer to wander the wide valleys through, picking wild flowers in the May morning dew.
Nick, do you think it might be an idea to we'll have a song from Riggy and then have an interval, or just carry on?
No, well, for me, I need a break. A comfort break. Sorry.
A comfort break. So we'll have Riggy, and then we'll have 10 minutes to get another beer and use the facilities and have a general chat, and then get back to it. Okay, so Riggy, finish us off for the first half.
Okay, maybe you can think of me as a comfort break. I'll sing this. I've never met you, but Carol, this is a song about Paris in the 20s, written by a Scottish man who lived in England, who moved to America and Alaska, very famous poet named Robert Service. And he disguised himself in the 20s as a bohemian beggar kind of person, and just hung out in cafes. Not a beggar, just somebody who hung out in cafes. So this is about living in Paris in the 20s and just spending every day in the cafes. Because my overcoat's in pawn, I choose to take my glass within a little bistro on the Rue de Montparnasse. The dusty bins with bottles shine, the counters lined with zinc, and here I sit and drink my wine and think. I think of citron trees aglow and fan palms shading down, and dancers and sailors dancing to and fro with wenches black and brown. And though it's all an ocean far from Yucatan to France, I bet beside the old bazaar they dance. Here's your part. La 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 la. I think of Monte Carlo where the pallid croupiers call, and in the gorgeous guilty air the gamblers watch the ball. And though it's all, and as I flick away the foam with which my beer is crowned, the wheels beneath the gilded dome go round. I think of Nizhny Novgorod and Jews who never rest, and minotaurs in Ispahan, and slave in Budapest, and squat and sturdy Japanese who pound the paddy soil. And as I loaf and smoke at ease, they toil. La 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 la. I think of shrines in Hindustan and cloistral glooms in Spain, and minarets in Isfahan, of Saint Sophia's fane, and convent towers in Palestine, and temples in Cathay. And as I loaf and drink my wine, they pray. And so my dreams I dwell within, and the visions come and go, and life is passing like a cinematographic show. And as surely as my pipe is underneath my nose, amid my visions rich and ripe, I doze. La 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 The Bohemian's Dream.
Lovely, excellent stuff. I remember it well. We'll now have an interval or a free chat. So, and I would say start again in 10 minutes or at 35-ish. How does that sound?
35, yes.
At 9:35, okay.
Yes.
I'm going to, in the second half, I'm going to try muting everybody. Bernard, you have to keep reminding people to unmute themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, if everyone unmutes so we can all have a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Nick, you broke up a bit there. I think part of your message might have been lost.
I think it's in your moustache.
I'll type
Could I give a parish notice?
Yeah, go on.
Right. Tomorrow night on Later with Jules Holland.
Yes,
one of
I was going to say that.
Shirley Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to announce that on Tuesday and I forgot.
Oh, don't miss it.
Oh.
There's not much else on a Friday night.
Nick's found a whole new range of surroundings.
Good to see that he's got such an up-to-date TV set.
Not much
I can find my bear and Chris.
Isn't that a microwave?
It's a microwave with a view in that case.
Cinema. I'm a star.
Oh, what
No,
else?
no,
can
we're talking about Nick's, not yours.
We're talking about Nick. Sorry.
Yes,
Why the sax is so hot.
Keep going. What else have you got?
Yeah, this is. I think it's one of the latest updates to Zoom. So if you haven't been updated, you might not have it. But they're kind of fun if you do.
But all the cinemas are closed.
Not this one. I've seen that one before. Anyway,
That's like the
Gwyneth
teenage girl
surrounded
thing
by
in LA with
emojis.
a duck face.
Would I get by trying to wear one of those on the bus, do you think?
there's different.
I haven't. I moved into this new neighborhood in June for the public transportation because I hate using a car. I have a car in front of the house here. I haven't used 50 miles in 7 months, and I'm hoping to use the buses, but I'm scared of the handrails and the driver coughing on you and all people behind you. You have you're caught there in a very confined space. So I haven't been on public transport.
Are there a lot of people in San Francisco refusing to wear masks, or just not bothering to wear?
In Berkeley, which is across the bay.
Yes, I'd forgotten. Yeah.
And there are the smartest people in America here, who are studying at the University of California, and these are students in biology and medicine and all kinds of stuff. They're smart and they don't wear masks.
Oh God!
Because they think they're what's that term? When you're young and you think you're never going to die.
When you think you're immune,
or immortal. No, worse than immune. They think they're immortal. So one of the other things about where I live is I'm right behind a sorority house. I have a little apartment in a garage behind a fancy mansion that's filled with the 19-year-old college girls. And they have parties twice a week, and no one wears a mask. So you look at Trump's experience and you expect it to be a model for what everybody should really be doing. So,
but you'd expect university students to know better than to copy Trump, though, wouldn't you? Where I live, you see quite a lot of men, especially, not wearing masks and ignoring social distancing. Especially the men from the more macho cultures. See quite a lot of that. It's really quite worrying.
Well, I think that Trump is speaking their language.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Him and Boris and Bolsonaro.
All doing it in slightly different ways. I know this is not particularly easy for any of us here to hear, but the analysis of who's actually finished up dying from this is quite significant. Less than 100 people under 65 who didn't have underlying health conditions have died of this disease in the UK. Yeah.
Whereas here in the States, it's everybody, every demographic.
Well,
is it?
Well, I don't know enough about it to know what's going on, but all I know is that my industry and folk clubs are being completely destroyed. We have
You're breaking up again, Nick.
Closing pubs, by and large, are closing pubs who, by and large, are being very controlled social surroundings where people are tracked and traced, and letting people out into the street in private parties that clearly aren't. It makes absolutely no sense.
No, it's ridiculous.
And on this morning's Today programme, one of the ministers, and I'm sorry I couldn't bother to listen to who it was being questioned. Well, is there any evidence for the closing the pubs being a good idea? And he just went, well, it's common sense.
What?
But
ignoring the evidence, which shows that it just means people gather in the streets in large groups, or they go to each other's houses
well, the streets is much less dangerous than houses.
Well, that's true.
There's very little transmission recorded
outdoors, yeah, but it does sound as if quite a lot of people are then going to other people's houses because it's too early to go home.
Absolutely.
If the pub closes at 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was probably that tosser Hancock. It's usually him.
Well, he usually gets the blame.
Well, he usually deserves the blame.
I was listening.
What?
Sorry, Tony, say again.
But I was listening to nighttime radio I was listening to some, these nighttime call-in shows, and the problem is not the pubs, it's the COVID-idiots. There was one guy, he said, I'm not going to let a young lad tell me I can't stand 2 meters away from my mates.
Tell me I have to stand 2 meters away from my mates, you mean? I mean, one of the really appalling things is bus drivers being attacked by idiots getting on, refusing to wear masks and that sort of thing. And
awful.
And that has happened a number of times.
I was watching the local news earlier this evening, and apparently they now have police and British Transport Police at the station entrances. So if you get on the tube or come off the tube without a mask, you're in deep doo-doo. But other than that, buses, they can't have a policeman on every bus.
No, true.
Right, so I make it.
Oh, I need to go to the loo. In that case,
time. So I'm just wondering whether to get Nick to play a tune to start us off.
Go on then.
In the traditional way.
I've lost him.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
I did this first time, didn't I?
I know, it's our theme tune.
Yes, I did. You possibly didn't hear it because my microphone wasn't working, but that's
a song from Martin.
Okay, so I'm going to mute everybody and then Martin will unmute himself.
Right, well, I won't sing Diegelfinger, which is what Nick just played. But maybe not in that key. I'm Costa, no, I'm not. I'm Costa Joe from down our street. Me heart is almost broke. I lost me bloomer, me donkey cart and moke. I'll tell you how it all occurred from the off road until we arrived at those lovely, lovely fields in Kent. For she was a mothering laundry girl, was blue-eyed Mary Fuller, till she went and sloped from Kent with a Irish hot pole puller. We started from the Rose and Crown with mirth and pleasure bent. We caused a big sensation in every place we went. My Mary Ann was well made up, plaid shawl and hat, and a lovely ostrich feather was bought by me the flat. For she was a mothering, was blue-eyed Mary Fuller. She went and sloped from Kent with an Irish hot pole puller. We drove as far as Crockham Hill and on to Hunt and Bull, where Mary Ann expressed the wish to see them pick and pull. I loved her so, I couldn't say no. We started for the fields, when suddenly the cart collapsed and off come both the wheels. For she was a mothering laundry girl, blue-eyed Mary Fuller, till she went and sloped from Kent with an Irish hot pole puller. My Mary screamed, some fellows came, I could have done without 'em, especially two young Irish chaps with willing ways about 'em. One said his name was Tim, the other Mike O'Brien, who I could see with half an eye my Mary had her eye on. For she was a mothering laundry Mary Fuller, till she went and sloped from Kent with an Irish hot pole puller. I fell into a jealous rage and picked a row with Tim. Mike O'Brien picked it up and knocked me in the bin, and then some policemen came along and took me into jail. It's a wonder now that I'm alive to tell to you the tale. She was a mothering laundry girl, was blue-eyed Mary Fuller, till she went and sloped from Kent with an Irish hot pole puller. When I got out from doing time, I found myself forsook, for Mary Ann and Mike O'Brien had slung their bleeding hook. So when you takes your donor out, just stay away from Kent, or you'll come back broke and lose your moke and wish you hadn't went. For she was a mothering laundry girl, was blue-eyed Mary Fuller, till she went and sloped from Kent with an Irish hot pole puller. Irish hot pole puller.
Right. So now, Kate, have you another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my new song.
You're in mute, so unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. The king has been a prisoner long in Spain, and Willie o' the Winsbury has lain long with his daughter Jane.
What ails thee, my daughter Janet, that you look so pale and wan? Or have you had any sore sickness, or yet been sleeping with man? No, I have not had any sore sickness, nor yet been sleeping with a man, but it is for you, my father dear, for biding so long in Spain. Cast off your berry brown gown, and stand naked on the stone, that I may see thee by thy look, whether ye be a maiden or none. And she's cast off her berry brown gown, and stood naked on the stone. Her apron was low, and her haunches were round, and her cheeks were pale and wan. Oh, was it by a lord or a duke or knight, or a man of high degree? Or was it by one of your serving men that has lately come out of Spain? No, it wasn't by a lord or a duke or a knight, or a man of wealth and fame, but it was Willie of Winsbury. I could bide no longer alone. And the king, he has called his merry men all, by 30 and by 3. Then bring me this Willie of Winsbury, for hanged he shall be. But when he came, the king before, he was clad all in the silk. His hair was like the strands of gold, his skin was as white as milk. And he said, no wonder so to see, that my daughter's love you did win. If I was a woman, as I am a man, my bedfellow you would have been. And will you marry my daughter Janet, by the truth of your right hand? For will you marry my daughter Janet, I'll make you the lord of my land. Yes, I will marry your daughter Janet, by the truth of my right hand. Yes, I will marry your daughter Janet, but I'll not be the lord of your land. And he's mounted her on a milk-white steed, himself on the dapple grey. He's made her the lady of as much land as she'd ride in a long summer's day.
Super. Now over to Roger.
That's a lovely tune, isn't it? I've only ever heard that recorded by Anne Briggs. I'm surprised it isn't done by lots of people actually. But anyway, does this sound like a guitar? If I just, yeah, because I loaded a new version of Zoom down. The settings are rather different, so I've no idea. Bernard did a song which he said influenced Bob Dylan. This is Bob Dylan's song about somebody who influenced him. It's quite an old song, many years old. There we go. I'm out here 1,000 miles from my home. I'm a walking a road other men have gone down. I'm seeing a new world of people and things, of paupers and peasants and princes and kings. Hey, hey, Woody Guthrie, well, this is your song. It's about a funny old world that's a-coming along. It's sick and it's hungry and it's tired and it's torn, and it looks like it's dying, it's hardly been born. Hey, Woody Guthrie, but I know that you know all the things that I'm saying, and many times more. I'll sing you a song I can't sing enough, 'cause there's not many men done the things that you've done. Here's to Cisco, here's to Sonny, here's to Lead Belly too. Here's to all the good people traveling with you. Here's to the hearts and the hands of the men who come with the dust and are gone with the wind. I'm leaving tomorrow, I could leave today, and somewhere's down the road someday, the very last thing I want to do is to say I've been hitting some hard traveling too.
Very good.
Great. Right.
Very good.
So, who did I say? I think it's Gwyneth.
I was just trying to unmute. It wouldn't unmute doing Alt and A. So we're actually going to sing one together, if that's okay.
Sorry.
Provided we both stop coughing.
Sorry. Okay. Hopefully that's under control.
Right. Rose, rose, rose red, will I ever see thee wed? I will marry at thy will, sir, at thy will. Ding dong, ding dong, wedding bells on an April morn. Carve thy name on a moss-covered stone, on a moss-covered stone. Rose, rose, rose red, rose, rose, see thee red. I will marry at thy will, sir. I will marry at thy will, sir, at thy will. Wedding bells on an April dawn, wedding bells on an April dawn, carve thy name on a moss-covered stone, on a moss-covered stone. Rose, rose, rose red, will I ever see thee wed? I will marry at thy will, sir, at thy will.
Lovely.
Lovely. What's quiet?
Raka next. You're on mute.
Okay, am I audible? Yes, I am audible. Good, 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 good. Another Billy Brassic one, I'm afraid. But they're all about serious things, because he's so patriotic. I can't understand him sometimes. He's absolutely bursting with Britishness. He's a diamond geezer, and he's all the things I don't aspire to being. Anyway, here he is. A few years ago, he learned that Prince Charles was about to marry. It was announced on Valentine's Day that he was to marry Camilla, who, from Billy's point of view, was a common person. And he knew that nothing good could come of this. So in defense of the monarchy, he wrote this, this piece. My rhyming dictionary defines Camilla as a cross between a camel and a griller. But that's not fair. It makes me cross. It's coarse, and ignores the fact that her mother was a horse. As king, Chas could be champ, like Muhammad Ali, a swish swashbuckler like Sir Walter Raleigh, or just the same as now, a proper Charlie. Has Camilla thought it through, this urge to marry, to become stepmum to Will and hooray Harry goose-stepping about, demanding a Christmas stocking? It could be shocking. This merger must not happen. They can never wed, else the crown is doomed. Die, pop back from the dead, duck her in your fountain, smack his balding head, tell him leave the crown alone, do as you like in bed. These two could screw the monarchy, muck up the status quo. We'd be stuck in a democracy. Camilla, Charlie, no! It's meant to be poignant.
I wonder how he'd react to Harry and Meghan.
Tamsin's standing down, so we'll have Maggie and Pete.
Right.
Yeah. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, well, okay.
Sorry, indecisive here.
Maggie's going to get very bored at this point because it's the second time I've sung this song on a Zoom event today. This song is not as old as I am. It was first performed in 1955 by Lord, yeah, my trophy wife. Lord, first performed by Lord Kitchener and his 12 penetrators. No sexual innuendo there
it
at
wasn't
all.
Funny the first time.
At the 1955 Trinidad Calypso Carnival. Oh, back to back, belly to belly, I don't give a damn. I done dead already, oh, back to back, belly to belly at the Zombie Jamboree. Zombie Jamboree took place in a New York cemetery. Jumping place, Long Island Cemetery. Zombies from all parts of the island. Some of them are great Calypsonians. Hasted to see it in was Carnival. They got together in Bacchanal, singing back to back, belly to belly, I don't give a damn. I done dead already, oh, back to back, belly to belly at the Zombie Jamboree. One female zombie wouldn't behave. She said she wants me for a slave. In one hand she's holding a quart of wine, in the other she's pointed that she'll be mine. Now believe me folks, yes I had to run. Husband of a zombie ain't no fun. I say, oh no, my turtle dove, that old bag of bones I cannot love. Hear the chorus, back to back, belly to belly, I don't give a damn. I done dead already, oh, back to back, belly to belly and zombie zamboree. Right then and there she raised her feet. I'm gonna get you now, my sweet. I'm gonna make you call me sweetie pie. I said, oh no, get back, you lie. I may be lying, but you will see after you kiss this dead zombie. Blah! Never seen such a horror in my life. Can you imagine me with a zombie life? Oh, back to back, belly to belly, I don't give a damn. I done dead already. Oh, back to back, belly to belly at the zombie jamboree.
Never heard that before.
So what other Zoom session were you at today?
Bernard asked you a question.
Sorry?
What Zoom session were you at today singing that?
Jackson's Lane. Well, there tends to be more prose and poetry and drama, but we sort of throw in bits of music as well if we can.
What time of day is that?
2 o'clock.
I thought Jackson's Lane was most famous for circus. I can't imagine the circus on.
There used to be a folk club there and all sorts of things.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I saw.
Up and out of Maggie's way. Banjo takes up room.
Okay.
Very, very.
The song that said "Sing Me Today," I feel a bit self-conscious about because Riggy does it really well, and I'm still struggling with the words. But I like the tune so much, I'm going to have a go. Phooey. Friendship to every willing mind opens a heavenly treasure. There may the sons of sorrow find sources of lasting pleasure. See what employments men pursue, then you will own my words are true. Friendship alone presents to view sources of lasting pleasure. Poor are the joys that fools esteem, fading and transitory. Mirth is as fleeting as a dream, or a deluding story. Luxury leaves a sting behind, wounding the body and the mind. Only in friendship can we find pleasure and solid glory. Learning that boasting, glittering thing is just but worth possessing. Riches forever on the wing scarce can be called a blessing. Fame like a shadow flies away, titles and dignity decay. Nothing but friendship can display joys that are free from trouble. Beauty with all its gaudy shows is but a painted bubble. Short is the triumph wit bestows, full of deceit and trouble. Sensual pleasure swell desire, just as the fuel feeds the fire. Friendship can lasting bliss inspire, bliss that is worth possessing.
from, Maggie? Did you say where that was from, and did I miss it?
Christian Harmony. Hang on, but Ricky probably knows more than.
It sounded like something of that sort.
It's said that the air was handled, and somebody called Bidwell did the words, and my version's from there. Riggy, you still there? You do a version.
I do not do a version. I know that from listening from the singing of Tim Erickson. He does such a great job. I think he also plays it with banjo.
Oh.
Okay, so I think it's Terry next by my magic formula, and then Wendy.
Thank you. There's a little bittersweet country song. Who's gonna sing to you tonight, kitty? Who's gonna ease your troubled mind? Who's gonna turn out all the lights, my pretty? Put away your things and close the blind. And all those pretty girls with a promise in their heart, hanging on to every word you never said. And who's gonna sing to you tonight, kitty, when you lay down your weary head? And who's gonna talk to you today, kitty? Whisper words that almost rhyme, words that sparkle in the night, my pretty, but in the morning lose the shine. You rock-a-bye like a lullaby, baby, don't sleep light before the dawn. At Angelo's and Max's every night. And who's gonna wake you in the morn, my pretty? Who's gonna break your heart tonight? Well, now you rock-a-bye like a lullaby, baby, don't sleep tight before the dawn. At Angelo's and Max's every night. Well, who's gonna wake you in the morning, pretty? And who's gonna break your heart tonight? Who's gonna dance with you tonight, kitty? Who's gonna be the one to catch your eye? And who's gonna walk you home tonight, my pretty? Sing to you a Broadway lullaby. Another day is dawning and the milkman's on his way. The early train is waiting for a light. But who's gonna sing to you tonight, kitty? Who's gonna sing to you tonight? Sing you a Broadway lullaby. night, baby. Good night. The milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day.
There we are. Lovely song.
Thank you. Once again.
So I've got Wendy down here. Wendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my internet.
Then Chris. Then
so
then Tony. Yeah.
kind of tell me if it's a sound is a bit odd. So okay, this is Tom Waits. A bit different from what Terry just did, I think. Excuse me. If you want money in your pocket and a top hat on your head, a hot meal on your table and a blanket on your bed, well, today is gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. Well, I'm going to New York City and I'm leaving on a train. If you want to stay behind and wait till I come back again, well, today is gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. If you want to go where the rainbow ends, you'll have to say goodbye. All our dreams come true, baby, up ahead, and it's out where the memories lie. Well, the road is out before me, and the moon is shining bright. What I want you to remember as I disappear tonight, well, today is gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. Oh, if you want to go where the rainbow ends, you'll have to say goodbye. All our dreams come true, baby, up ahead, 'cause it's out where our memories lie. Well, the road is out before me, and the moon is shining bright. If you want you to remember as I disappear tonight, well, today is gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here. Well, today is gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday is here.
What a great song.
Over to Chris.
Okay. A short song from Newcastle. Fish come for Sandgate Street, Dolly, Dolly, my best friends for to meet, Dolly, yeah. Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, Dolly, Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, yeah. The black cuffs is gone away, Dolly, Dolly, that will be a crying day. Dolly, ah. Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, Dolly, Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, ah. Dolly Coxon's pawned her sock, Dolly, Dolly, for to ride upon the baggage cart, Dolly, ah. Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, Dolly, Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, ah. The green cuffs is coming in, Dolly, Dolly, that'll make the lasses sing, Dolly, ah. Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, Dolly, Dolly the Dillon doll, Dolly, ah.
Oh, God. Yes, yes.
Tony, mute. Unmute.
I'm unmuted.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I understand there's a Scots version. Great. I understand there's a Scots version of this, I think, but this is American version. Will you wear white, oh my dear, oh, will you wear white, Johnny Jen? Oh, it's too high. Will you wear white, oh my dear, oh, will you wear white, Jenny Jenkins? Oh, I won't wear white 'cause the colour's too bright, so I'll buy me a foldy, roldy, tildy, toldy, seek a cozy. Oh God, seek a cozy road to find me. Jenny Jenkins, Roland, if you could do the chorus better than I can, please join in, but I can't hear you. But actually, this would be much more fun if it was live, because then people could shout out colours and I could choose a verse that matched, but hey. Will you wear green, oh my dear, oh, will you wear green, Jenny Jenkins? No, I won't wear green because it's a shame to be seen. I'll buy me a foldy, roldy, tildy, tolly, secret, cozy roll to find me, Jenny Jenkins, oh. Oh, will you wear blue, oh my dear, oh, will you wear blue, Jenny Jenkins? No, I won't wear blue, for the colour's too true. So I'll buy me a foldy, roldy, tildy, tolly, secret, cozy roll to find me, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Oh, will you wear yellow, oh my dear, oh, will you wear yellow, Jenny Jenkins? No, I won't wear yellow, for I'll never get a fella. I'll buy me a folder, roldy, tildy, tolly, seek a cozy roll to find me, Jenny Jenkins, oh. Will you wear brown, oh my dear, oh, will you wear brown, Jenny Jenkins? No, I won't wear brown, for I'll never get around. I'll buy me a foldy, roldy, tildy, tolly, seek a dozy roll to find me, Jenny Jenkins, oh. Will you wear beige, oh my dear, oh, will you wear beige, Jenny Jenkins? No, I won't wear beige, it'll show my age. I'll find me a foldy, roldy, tildy, tolly, seek a cozy roll to find me, Jenny Jenkins, oh. Will you wear orange, oh my dear, oh, will you wear orange, Jenny Jenkins? No, orange I won't wear, and it rhymes so there. I'll buy me a foldy, roldy, tildy, toldy, seek a dozy rose to find. Oh God, seek a dozy. Seek a cozy road to find me, Jenny Jenkins, oh. Will you wear, what will you wear, oh my dear, oh, what will you wear, Jenny Jenkins? Oh, what do you care if I just go bare? I'll buy me a foldy, roldy, tildy, toldy, seek a dozy road to find me, Jenny Jenkins, oh.
Well done on the orange
verse. I missed
Chartreuse.
I missed the chorus that because I missed
Heliotrope.
It's all breaking up out there. So Nick, will you sing us a song? I think.
Yes, I will. Can you hear me?
I can. You're okay.
As we're doing. This is another Richard Thompson song. Again, yeah, learned from somebody else, and for the life of me, I can't remember who. And then I went back to Thompson to make sure I knew the words. Small town romance, backseat for bed. Nothing's must be whispered, rumors must be fed. Small town romance, everybody knows your mind. They peep from faded curtains, they read your valentines. Oh, you got to get away. Oh, you got to get away. Oh, you got to get away. Oh, they can't stand a love in a small town. They knew you when you were weaning. They knew you when you're grown. They think they know all about you. They'll never leave you alone. Small town romance. There's too many jealousies. Old maids with long gone lovers. Old flames with bad memories. Oh, you better get away. Oh, you better get away. Oh, you better get away. Oh, they can't stand a love in a small town. Midnight packing and leaving. No depend upon the sheets. Tail lights off in the distance. A ride through the painted streets. Small town romance. They'd still break you if they could. They'll always say, I told you so. She never was any good. See, she never loved him anyway. See, she never loved him anyway. See, she never loved him anyway. Oh, you can't have love in a small town. See, he never loved her anyway. See, he never loved her anyway. See, he never loved her anyway. Oh, you can't have a love in a small town. Richard Thompson.
Yeah. Right, so Sheila, and then I think that's everybody on the board. So we'll have a couple of people, Bernard and Carol, and then we'll probably finish off with Riggy, I think.
Yeah,
That'll probably get it, fill up the time, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's the plan.
This is a short song, which I learned, very short song in fact, which I learned from a great traditional singer, namely Lizzie Higgins, but it's not a traditional song, she wrote it. And I haven't sung this for ages either. A miner coming home from work was travelling on a train when a lady in silk and scarlets turned her head away with disdain. But the miner he walked up to her, unto her did say, when you're sitting by your fireside, just think what the miners have done for you. It is me that keeps your fires going, it is me that gives you light, it is me that keeps you warm on a cold, cold winter's night. My face, it may be dirty, but my heart, it is real and true. When you're sitting by your fireside, just think what the miners have done for you. That's it.
Great.
Well, short, as I said.
This is another short song. I wrote some of this before 1975. She said she was a number by any other name. Let's call her 12. That was her name. At times she wanted to be free, but didn't know what for. I don't believe in numbers anymore. In 1 and 2, and me and you, and 2 and 2, what for? Random numbers, 0 to 9. She gives me 7 on every line. Lucky lovers have their love, unlucky others dream of love. 1 is 1 and all alone, and evermore shall be so. Lines on love, words and wit. Find your lover, least worst fit. 1 is 1 and all alone, and evermore shall be so. Roughly how it goes. Yeah. Over to Carol.
Another one, let me think. Right, I'll try this. I'm going to get the right key. Have you heard how the wars began, Benjamin Bowman? Have you heard how the wars began, cast us away? Have you heard how the wars began, when England fought to a man, and the proud Tailor rode prancing away with his, I can't remember it. Sorry. Oh, I won't do that one. Maybe someone else will do one, because I can't think of any other ones tonight. I'm running out of energy. Anyone else?
One of the verses is with his needle, but I can't remember any of the others offhand.
It's the first one. I sang it to Stan.
Save it for next time. We'll just have Riggy sing us out.
His sheer board he made.
I can't, yeah.
Over to Riggy.
No?
You want to try again? You're muted. We can't hear you, Carol. Oh, there you are.
Of his shearboard he made a horse.
That was it. Okay, I'll try again. I'll do it slightly higher.
Yeah.
Have you heard how the wars began, Benjamin Bowman here? Have you heard how the wars began, cast us away? Have you heard how the wars began, when England fought to a man, and the proud tailor rode prancing away? With his shearboard he made a horse, Benjamin Bowman here. With his shearboard he made a horse, cast us away. With his shearboard he made a horse, for him to ride across, and the proud tailor rode prancing away. With his
scissors he made bridle bits.
With his
scissors
made bridle bits. Benjamin Bowman here. With his scissors made bridle bits, cast us away. With his scissors made bridle bits, to keep the horse in his wits, and the proud tailor rode prancing away. As the tailor rode o'er the lea, Benjamin Bowman here. As the tailor rode o'er the lea, cast us away. As the tailor rode o'er the lea, he spied a flea on his knee, and the proud tailor rode prancing away. With his needle he made a Benjamin Bowman here. With his needle he made a spear, cast us away. With his needle he made a spear, to prick that flea through his ear, and the proud tailor rode prancing away. With his thimble he made a bell, Benjamin Bowman here. With his thimble he made a bell, cast us away. With his thimble he made a bell, to ring that flea's funeral bell, and the proud tailor rode prancing away. So is this how the wars began, Benjamin Bowman here? Is this how the wars began, cast us away? Is this how the wars began, when England fought to a man, and the proud tailor rode prancing away? Sorry about that.
Okay, no. So thank you everybody for coming. Announcements is we're meeting here in 2 weeks' time on the 22nd of October, I think. Nick has got Folk Londons which he can send out to anyone who texts him or sends him an email, I think. And we'll have Riggy sing us out, I think, all the way from California.
Sing up.
Okay. This is the song about us. This is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good travelers who passed through my life as they moved along. The ramblers, the thinkers, the just one more drinkers, each took the time for to sing me a song. This is a song for all the good people, all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good the people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. This is a song for all the good singers whose songs and their stories, their jokes good and bad, we sang in the kitchen, held no competition, each knowing the other was a good friend to have. This is a song for all the good people, all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. This is a song for all my companions who knew what I needed and shared what they had. Food on the table, a heart that was able to keep me just this side of sad. This is a song for all the good people, all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. Some helped in small ways, some helped me always, some cheered me on when I ran out of fight. Many's the dear friend, though a one-time-a-year friend, I know they would come if I called them tonight. This is a song for all the good people, all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you, everybody.
Great song to finish with.
Yeah, and a good way to finish.
Yes, perfect song. And thank you, Nick and Bernard.
My pleasure.
Sure.
Thank you.
See you all soon.
Say bye-bye.
Thank you all. See you soon.
Still here.